What's up, guys? I know it hasn't been a while since I've played at all, so I'm playing. I did get a controller, so I'm connected it to my phone, and that means I can play against, play other games instead of just Fortnite or Minecraft. Alright, anyways, let's just hop in. Alright, guys, we're in.
Next came the long hallway in which I could see the exit doors in the backyard up ahead. Shelly wasn't kidding when she said it was a small house. As we slowly walked in the hallway, the clown kept appearing in my head, smiling with its crimson-drenched teeth. We passed a closed door with blood smeared all over it. We heard screaming inside that room and then a loud gunshot. The sound really hurt my eardrums, to be honest. They have had to use a real gun for this sound effect.
If y'all wonder if there's noise in my background, I don't know. But if y'all are wondering what show that is, it's something scary.
But a part of me didn't want to go because I didn't know what to expect. But this clown with the bloody teeth was in my nightmare last night, and he's been on my mind ever since. We heard a maniacal laugh in the room we just passed. The loud and deep voice spoke while laughing. Then we heard the sound of loud boots walk towards the door, and the handle slowly turned. Mindy and I were just about ready to scream and ran for it. We opened the door to the backyard and literally jumped the 3 wooden steps onto the grass. This was it. The moment of truth. I was literally shaking as if it was 10 below. The door which we came from shut behind us with a very loud thud. It was Shelly. I was shocked and happy at the same time, knowing that I had signal back here.
So, did you like it? Pretty creepy shit, huh?
Shelly, I'm gonna have to call you back. We just got in the backyard. But yes, this was one of the best scares I've had so far. So can I ask you, where is this clown going to take us?
Oh no, you're gonna find that out for yourself. I don't want to ruin it for you. Well, call me back when you're done with the house. Bye!
We waited. A minute had gone by very slowly. We can hear the crickets chirping in the distance. 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5. We were really getting restless on where this clown was. I hope he wasn't going to jump scare us from behind, so I kept looking back every few seconds. I called Shelly back. Hey Shelly, we're still waiting for the clown to show up, but while I still have signal, Minnie wanted to know once we get back on the street after we're done, from Cherry Road, do we make a left or a right on Hillview to get to the freeway?
Did you say Cherry Road? This house is on Cherry Lane. What house are you in?
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to sound scary? The shows you watch as a kid can have a lifelong impact on you. In this next chapter, I will be sharing a forum thread about a mysterious children's show that aired in Ohio in the 1970s. Enjoy this classic creepypasta written by Chris Straub.
Red, white, and blue, baby!
I remember this kid's show. It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m.
It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Is it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl.
Yes, okay, I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from the parts of other dolls, real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll, looked like an antique that didn't belong in the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though.
Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you kids guys show. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch to it after the news. This is what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughing Stock, and Pirate Percy wasn't very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was Calliope music, constantly playing. I don't remember the girl's name though. Janice or Jade or something. I think it was Janice.
Thank you, Jared. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the lab that stopped at Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden silent place, with a low exhaust submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea and it had that awful Ed voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden plastic bottle to the foam puppet version of the Edward
Yeah, I remember.
Dutch's cigar, is that a reference to like Dutch Vanderlyn? It might be.
Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on Laughingstone's face with each move. You have to go inside. With his two eyes askew and that clumping faux jaw and fishing line that opened and closed it, it just looked so cheap and awful. You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache above really tall, narrow teeth.
I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when the show was.
America, fuck yeah.
Puppet with a mustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he only had one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette, the Skin Taker. I can't believe what they used to let us watch back then.
Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of kids show were you watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Taker showed up and he just descended out of nowhere on the screen. His dirty skeleton, wearing that brown top hat cape, and his glass eyes that were too big for his little Christ.
Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin?
Yeah, I think so. Remember his mouth didn't open and close? Like his jaw just slid back and forth. Remember the little girl said, "Why did your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Taker didn't look at the girl but at the camera and said, "Rats."
I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory, bad dream I had when opening jingle ended. The show faded in from black, and all the characters were there, but the camera was just cutting to each of their faces, and they were just screaming. And the puppets and writers and saxophone were just all screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she'd been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it.
I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode.
No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally just standing in place recording this whole show.
Maybe I'm manufacturing memory because you said that, but I swear to God I remember seeing you describe it. It just screamed.
Oh God, yes, the little girl Janice. I remember seeing her shape, and the Skin Taker screaming through his gnashing teeth, his jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off.
Oh, it's easy.
I turned it off, and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother, and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on.
I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little, in the 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and she remembered a kid's show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. And she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, "I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mom." And then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. I had a big imagination with her, really.
Oh shit.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Wanna listen to scary? This is the story of Pale
Oh,
Nina.
fuck. What the hell?
In the last decade and a half, it's become infinitely easier to obtain exactly what you're looking for, by way of a couple of keystrokes.
Dude, what?
The internet has made it all too
Dude, they
simple to use
just
on Twitter to change
fucking,
reality.
they got some
And
good
the
shot
information
ins there.
is merely a search engine away, to the point where it's
Wish I had
hard to
some
imagine
armor right about now.
different. Yet, a generation ago, when the words streaming and torrent were meaningless,
Yo, what the
save
fuck
for
took you so
conversations
damn
about
long?
water, people met face to face to
God
conduct software swap
damn.
parties. trading games and applications on sharply labeled 5¼ inch blocks.
No, there we
Most
go.
of the time,
That's
they
a
threw
good
away
assault
for
rifle.
frugal, community-minded individuals to trade popular
Put
games
my
amongst
sounds
themselves.
down.
However, a few early programming talents designed their own computer games to share amongst their circle of acquaintances, who in turn would pass it on until it
Dude,
had
what?
its place in the collection of aficionados across the country.
Dude, I ran out of ammo. That sucks.
Pale Luna, on the other hand, was never circulated outside of the San Francisco Bay Area. All known copies have been long disposed of. This fact is attributed to a number of rather abstruse design choices made by its programmer. Pale Luna was a text adventure in the vein of Zork and the Lurking Horror, at a time when said genre was swiftly going out of fashion. Upon booting the program, the player was presented with a screen almost completely blank, except for the text. You are in a dark room. Moonlight shines through the window. There is gold in the corner, along with a shovel and a rope. There is a door to the east. Command.
I can't put my silencer back on.
Fans seem to cry as enigmatic, nonsensical, and completely unplayable, as the only commands that the game would accept were pick up gold, pick up shovel, pick up rope, open door, and go east. The player was soon presented with the following. Reap your reward. Pale Luna smiles at you. You are in a forest. There are paths to the north, west, and east. Command. What quickly infuriated the few who played the game was the confusing and buggy nature of the second screen onward. Only one of the directional decisions would be the correct one. For example, a command to go in a direction other than north would lead to the system freezing, requiring the operator to hard reboot the entire computer. Further, any subsequent screens seem to merely repeat the above text. Worse still, the standard text adventure commands appear to be useless. The only accepted non-movement related prompts were use gold, which caused the game to display the
Yes,
message,
extremely necessary.
use shovel, which brought up not now, and use rope, which prompted the text, you've already used this. Most who played the game progressed a couple of screens into it before becoming fed up by having to constantly reboot and tossing the disc in disgust, writing off the experience as a shoddily programmed farce. However, one young man by the name of Michael Nevins decided to see if there was more to Pale Luna than what met the eye. 5 hours and 33 screens worth of trial and error and unplugged computer cords later, he finally managed to make the game display different text. The text in this new area read, Pale Luna smiles wide. There are no paths. Pale Luna smiles wide.
Sorry guys about
Ground
that.
soft. Pale Luna smiles wide. Here. Command. It was another hour still before Michael stumbled upon the proper combination
You need ads.
to make the game progress any further.
Holy fucking shit.
Drop gold, then fill hole.
Somebody get me, guys. I am getting gunned down.
After some deliberation, Michael came to the conclusion that the numbers refer to lines of latitude and longitude. The coordinates led to a point in the
Take him down,
sprawling
take him
forest
down
that
while I'm
dominated
getting
the
up.
nearby Lassen Volcanic Park. As he possessed much more free time than sense, Michael vowed to see Pale Luna through to its ending. The next day, armed with a map, a compass, and a shovel,
Give me a second, guys.
blonde-haired
Alright, I'm back.
pick up rope.
Give me a second.
Small boy.
Sorry guys, I had to
Its mouth
restart my
curled into a
game.
mischievous grin when it saw that Jesse was
Anyways, ooh, that's
She
a
quickly
pretty
pulled
good
the
looking
covers
bike.
back over her head and heard an extremely
Let's roll,
high-pitched
bitches.
scream. And Jesse's ears
And yes, I
felt
called my
pain
team
like
members
she'd never felt
bitches, cause I
before.
can,
When
cause
Jesse
I'm
woke up
Ghost
the next
Squad
morning,
leader.
there was blood all over her covers.
Meow, I'm a speedy
Terrified of
motherfucker.
the previous night's events, she visited her grandmother and
That's
told her everything
not,
that
I
happened.
did not give her a
Luckily,
nickname,
her
so
grandmother
that's
knew
what
exactly what
her
was
name
going on.
actually is.
What
Sorry
you saw
guys.
last night was a dark room, her grandmother said, as she continued to explain the history of these spirits. During the West Indies sugar trade in the mid-17th century, there were mass sugarcane plantations in Suriname, a Dutch
Wait, I
colony
can get
in South
into a
America,
trunk?
where Jesse's grandmother grew up. The plantation owners imported slaves from Africa, Asia, and Indonesia. The Indonesians were very spiritual, as they believed that their faith would help them get through these terrible times. When a slave died, They performed a ceremony so that the spirit could be put to
Oh,
rest.
Lieutenant
But
Mr.
sometimes
Long
the
Dick.
ritual couldn't be completed, and
Oh, they're
therefore the
upstairs.
deceased soul became a restless entity. These are the
Yo,
Bakru.
Mr.
Spirits that are
Lieutenant.
roughly half
Nah,
the size of a human
bitch.
child with enlarged heads. They are half flesh and
Nah,
half
bro, you
wood
coming
and
downstairs
cannot
with me.
feel any pain.
Bust
They
a
can be
cap in
controlled
your
by
ass.
those who practiced Obia, an Afro-American religion similar to Voodoo or Santeria.
Bro,
These
I'm
spellcasters
lagging.
would use the Bakru to cause harm to someone, and since the
Oh,
Bakru
we're
have
gonna
no
go
will
for a
of their
little
own, they
trip.
carry out their master's wishes fearlessly. The Bakru will attempt to possess the body and mind of the victim,
You know what? It doesn't feel right to do it here.
Their life.
Come here.
If the victim is easily manipulated, then the Bakru will have no trouble carrying out its task. But if the victim
It
is
just
strong-willed,
don't feel
like
right
Jessie,
doing it
then
here.
they can stop it from taking over. Jessie believes that it was her ex-boyfriend who sent the
I
Bakru
did not mean
after
to
her,
let you
since
go.
he
I meant
practiced
to
Obia and
throw
was
you into a
convinced that she
fucking
had cheated
trunk.
on him. Because Obia
Get in that
is
trunk,
not a
bitch.
commonly practiced religion, Jessie
Alright.
has had no luck in
Ooh,
figuring
what's
out
this?
how to completely get rid of the
Oh, I
Bakru.
don't really.
To be
I don't
safe,
think I need
Jessie's
that.
grandmother had a protection ritual performed for her. And while
Alright,
this
come
prevents
on,
the Bakru
mister.
from
We're gonna go
possessing her,
for a
it hasn't
long
stopped them
ride.
from trying. Every now and then, she still hears the high-pitched whispers the child
Alrighty.
heard. Sometimes, she catches one in the corner of her eye. It's
I
been
mean, it's
7
not
years since she
far
first
from
encountered
where
them,
I killed
but
your
strange
friends,
things
but
still
okay.
happen to this day.
This'll
Recently, she
this'll
saw what
do.
looks like a 5-year-old boy in a hoodie staring at her house.
And you see,
It
this
was
is
raining
what
pretty
you
hard,
get for
so she
not
went
pulling
outside
out
to see
that
if
gun
he
on
had
your
come.
right.
But when she looked
Wait
up,
a second, even
he was
anything.
gone.
Oh shit,
She
you
went
couldn't
back
know it.
inside and forgot about him, until hours later, when she saw him again, still
Couldn't get the
wandering
information
outside
out
her
of you,
house.
so you
It was
put it in
pretty
the
late at night, so
grave.
she went back out to
Alright, come on,
find him,
guys.
and immediately became nauseous and ran back inside, where the lights began flickering uncontrollably. Maybe that was all a coincidence, or maybe the Bakru is still after her.
Hey, I'm Sapphire.
One reason to scare.
What's he digging for?
Artificial intelligence used to be science fiction,
Oh
but
shit, he
technology is
was
quickly
trying to
catching
bury a
up.
fucking body.
As robots become more
Alright, I'm
lifelike
taking
and
the blue light.
realistic, will we one day live in a world where human and robot are indistinguishable? This next chapter, an abridged version of the creepypasta written by username RaidenDP1, takes place in that world. Do not buy an RT. Let the fad die off, please. I know what you're thinking, but Trevor, RTs have the potential to change the world. And yes, I do agree that the fantasy that IGT has been trying to pitch us for the last 3 years sounds pretty great, but in reality, it's disgusting, inhumane, and highly illegal. I have no concrete proof for any of my beliefs, so all I'm going to do is tell you the story leading up to this post and let you reach your own conclusions. I lost one of my legs to a soft tissue sarcoma last year. Since I'm both disabled and terminally ill, I'm more than qualified for IGT's charity, which provides free RTs to people who really need them. When I received a message from one of their PR people, I was ecstatic. Who wouldn't want the hottest, latest piece of technology for absolutely free? The package was delivered to me on a Monday, straight to my door. It was a 2060 Greta. Not the latest model, but about a few years old. The body and head were already in place, so all I had to do was attach the limbs and then activate the unit. I had to do that myself so that it could imprint. Imprinting is the most important part of the setup. The first person the RT sees upon its activation becomes its, well, for lack of a better word, its master. Upon turning the unit on for the first time, well, I guess after activation, it's not really it anymore, is it? Upon turning the unit on for the first time, she began the imprinting process. Her instructions stated rather sternly that I was not to penetrate the skin layer of the RT under any circumstances, and that upon malfunction, I was to bring her to an IGT-certified repair shop only, or else I'd be voiding my warranty. I didn't pay it much mind, though. So the imprinting was complete, and my RT's life, if you can call it that, began. That machine, which uncannily resembled a young girl, looked around, her artificial eyes flickering and moving, just like real ones would. She asked me to name her, but I don't believe in choosing names.
Just run, just run.
But I'm probably just
Run,
biased.
Mr. Rebels.
When I was born, my parents named me Marissa, and when I legally changed my name to something more fitting, it felt empowering. So I told her she should pick her own name when she felt ready. It's funny, even at that moment, I subconsciously knew that she was more than just a computer and a humanoid body, like IGT was advertising. Especially when she began dreaming. When RTs dream, their software is sorting through the data collected during the day, placing the most important bits on the hard drive and deleting the rest. But my own RT, who had begun going by the name Laura, was dreaming about things she'd never seen before, like a camera having pictures on its memory card that you've never taken. It was always the exact same dream. A white house with 2 floors looking like cubes stacked upon each other. I was positive I'd never seen this particular house before, and yet Laura recalled it flawlessly, down to the finest detail. After about the 6th time she recollected this dream, I was convinced that there was something very weird happening here. Worried that my RT might have a serious issue, I asked her to draw a sketch of the house and then sent that to IGT's customer support alongside an explanation of the problem.
God
This is the
damn.
response I received. Dear Mr. Kingsley, I regret to hear about the issues you're experiencing with your RT.
Well, looks like we're going in fully guns blazing.
During quality assurance, the engineers
Fuck
use
you.
stock photos to flash
Alright, let me just,
short-term memory and make sure it's functioning. The image you have sent me shows an uncanny resemblance to one of the stock images we used for the process, which I have attached to this email. I downloaded the picture and, wouldn't you know it, it was the exact same house that Laura had drawn. Immediately I thought, conspiracy, they photoshopped this image. But no, a reverse image search brought up plenty of sites hosting that particular stock photo, which was apparently uploaded quite a few years ago. The customer support guy's story checked out, so then why couldn't I put this out of my mind? I asked Laura how she knew this photo was the same house in her dreams, and she told me that it just felt right. She obviously had a connection to this house, and I wanted to find out why. After a lot of research, I discovered that the house was built by architect and artist Nigel Winston. He built over a dozen houses during his career, each of which had some sort of quirk to it. The white one he called House of Cards, which was built in 2044, and for a time, Nigel lived in it with his family, but they moved out about a year ago. I got his email from the real estate ad, and I didn't want my email to be ignored if I told him my research's purpose, so I pretended to be interested in purchasing the house, and also asked more information about the house's history.
Drink.
I'm pasting his response below in
Get
full,
gun-handed.
leaving the conclusions to you. Dear Mr. Kingsley, thank you for your interest in my house
Ooh,
of
Emma.
cards.
Not
It's in a great
bad, not
location. A
I
school
love
and a
Emma.
hospital are both within short driving distance away from the house. As a matter of fact, that's the reason I chose to build there. Ideal for raising a child. The neighborhood is quiet and calm, and the reason we moved has nothing to do with the area. My youngest daughter disappeared roughly a year ago, and once the investigation was closed, we found that the house just held too many
Oh shit, he
memories.
killed that
If you have any
guy.
more questions or would like to
Enough
schedule
to
a
make me
meeting,
drop
feel
the
free to respond
goddamn
to this
body.
email. And I would appreciate it if you can keep my Laura in your thoughts. With respect, Nigel Winston.
Fuck you. Oh shit, he went back. There's another guy up there.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. One is scared.
Well, fuck it. I'm going in full guns blazing. Or no, really.
You've heard of the Slender Man.
Ooh,
but have you
hell
heard of the
yeah.
Slender Woman. This next chapter is a Japanese urban legend called Hachishaku-sama, which means 8 feet tall. My grandparents lived in a small village in Japan.
I'm just gonna
Every
put
summer,
that
my
back
parents would take
on.
me there on
Alright,
holidays to visit them.
let's
The
go.
last time I saw
I'm
them
taking
was
this.
summer when I was 8 years old. My
Meow.
grandparents were inside the house, and I was playing
Yeah,
by
but I'm not
myself outside
trying.
in the backyard.
Hey, bloody
What a strange
condoms.
sound.
Wait, who's bleeding in condoms? Can I
didn't know
keep
what
this
it was, and it
vehicle?
was hard to figure out where it was coming from.
Don't
I was
crash.
looking
Don't
around,
crash, big
searching for
boy.
the source of the noise, when I noticed something on top of the tall hedges
Yes.
that enclosed the backyard. It was a straw hat. It wasn't resting on the hedge, it was behind it.
Air conditioning. Do regular cars not have that?
Then the hat began to move. It stopped at a small gap in the hedge, and I could see a face peering through. It was a woman,
What about women?
but the
And
hedges
living.
were high, almost 8 feet tall. I was surprised at how tall the woman was. I wondered if she was wearing stilts or some sort of huge high-heeled shoes. Then, a split second later, she walked off.
I bet like everyone watching this car go by is just wondering how I got the money to pay for it.
Confused, I got up and ran back into the house.
Ooh, that was hella
My grandparents
close.
were in the kitchen drinking tea. I sat down at the table and told my grandparents what I had seen. They weren't really paying attention to me until I
Ooh,
mentioned that distinctive sound.
dude, the physics in this game is the best
Grandma's eyes
thing
grew
about
wide,
it.
and she covered her mouth with her
About
hand.
it, not a part of it.
Grandpa's face became very serious, and he grabbed me by the arm. "This is very important," he said. "Very important."
Just open fire, even though you're not gonna get kill him.
As tall as the garden hedge? Where was she standing? When did this
Oh,
happen?
shit!
What did you do? Did she see you? I tried to answer all his questions as best as I could. He rushed out to the hallway.
Sorry,
and
bro.
made a phone
We
call.
almost
I couldn't
fucking
hear what he
died.
was saying,
Or
but
got
after
the
he hung up,
fucking
he walked out the door.
mission failed.
Grandma, what's going on?
It's hard as hell to drive this
There's
damn
something
thing.
dangerous abducting
Crashing
children
and
in
everything.
this area, she said. We call
Alright.
it Hachi Shakusama. It takes on the appearance of an extremely tall woman and says, in a deep voice.
Alright, guys, that's gonna do it. Hopefully I get some views on this. But anyways, y'all have a fantastic day.
Small religious statues that they place